Today we got to talk about the number one investment that you can make for your off-grid homestead. And we're going to get right to it after this. Aloha everybody, this is Sean with Homestead in Hawaii. Today I am in front of my car here, Mitsubishi Montero, that's been sitting here for over a year waiting to get its timing belt replaced. I've had all sorts of things go wrong with this thing. I broke bolts, I've had the timing go off on me, all sorts of things. It has become a real nightmare, but one thing I am grateful for is that I have the skills to be able to fix this thing, even though it's taken me a while. And I wanted to talk to you today about one of the number one investments that you can make for going off grid, and that is investing in yourself. You may have thought that I might have said that the number one investment should be like a generator or solar panels or something, or growing food in your garden. Those are all great things, but they're no use to you unless you have the skills to be able to install them or to maintain them. Now, you may be a well-off person and can go ahead and pay someone to do those services for you. Well, this video is not for you. I'm talking about the rest of us who go off-grid, who are able to save and scrounge and make their off-grid dreams a reality. And in order to make that happen, a lot of the projects that we need to do on the off-grid homestead have to be done by us. If we hire out someone else to do them for us, we are going to go broke quick. Or we're going to spend our time working somewhere else and not actually living on our off-grid homestead, which is what the dream is, right? So having the skills is just as important as having the money to go off-grid. Now, one of the important things that you can do right now before you even go off-grid is to start to build those skills. Now, when I was first starting out, I didn't know the difference between mulch or compost or what soil was composed of. It just looked like dirt to me. It was through a long period of trial and error that I finally began to learn all about growing food, creating a food forest, and creating abundance in my own backyard. And one of the main ways that I was able to gain those skills was not only through just hands-on implementation, but it was through volunteering on farms. I woofed for a couple years when I was younger, and if you don't know what woofing is, that means like a willing worker on an organic farm. So in exchange for work, you get to have a place to stay. And so you learn a lot of good skills while woofing. And I also had jobs as a landscaper. I worked for the Permaculture Skill Center in Sebastopol for a couple years on their landscape team and on the site as an educator and the site caretaker. And I built a lot of skills there as well while getting paid. Now, eventually I became a landscaper of my own, and I began getting hired out to install rainwater catchment systems. And I learned from other people paying me to install systems of their own more about rainwater catchment. Now, these aren't the only ways getting a professional job and gaining the skills. You could learn a lot of your skills through YouTube. I would have no clue how to fix a car if it wasn't for YouTube. Now, YouTube has given me the confidence to go in there and take everything out, whereas before I would barely even allow myself to do an oil change. So YouTube can be a great resource for you to gain skills that you need to go off grid. So why are skills just as important as having money for going off grid? As I mentioned earlier, having the skills allows you not to pay for someone else. That allows you not to have to go get a job and work for someone else off-site away from your homestead. It allows you not to have to pay taxes on that money that you earn, which only makes you have to earn more money because of the taxes being taken away. You don't have to pay someone else to do that job. You don't have to have them pay taxes for that job. And so that helps you relocalize your lifestyle when you can become more self-sufficient and perform more jobs on your own. So for myself, instead of choosing to go to work for someone else so I could have someone come and mow my lawn or to make repairs on my home or to fix my cars, I have learned the skills to do them myself. And that is one of the major keys that has allowed me to quit my job and to go off grid. And I know that's the goal for many of you, is to go off grid and quit your job at the same time. Now for me, I only have to earn a little bit to make my living these days. It really is very little. In fact, the government will call it poverty level wages. But I live like a king. My site is all paid for. I go on vacations every year. I have plenty of money to pay for things I want to do. I don't have the nicest cars or the nicest house, but I have everything I need. And that's what's important, isn't it, guys? Just to live your life and have what you need, with no one else getting in your way and taking something from you or making you do something that you don't want to do. So remember this, when you're at home dreaming of going off grid, that you can start right now. And that is, just get on YouTube like you're doing right now, watching this video. I am constantly sharing new things about how to go off grid, not only in Hawaii, but a lot of these things apply wherever you live. And just start skilling up. Get a job for someone that could help you gain skills. Besides the skills that I already mentioned, some of the skills that I wish I had more of were business skills, marketing skills, computer skills, social media skills, but also the real hard skills like plumbing, electrical, construction, mechanical skills, and just whatever real hard skills that you can think of that might be applicable to a homestead. That's what you want to be focusing on, and that's what you want to be learning right now. So instead of calling your landlord next time to fix your sink or something, try fixing it yourself. Check it up on YouTube and learn how to do it. And those skills will take you a long way. So I hope you're excited to get out there and increase your knowledge base, because I'll tell you, that has been the best investment in my life. And I hope you do the same. And before I go, I just want to say thanks to everyone who hit the like button on our last video. We got 75 likes, not quite the 100 that I was hoping for, but 75 is still good. And my little boy this week will be spending his time planting 75 brand new fruit trees. We got avocados, Suriname cherries. He wants to plant some lilicois. And we also have some other seeds in there. I forget what we've collected. But we've got some fruit trees to plant, and we're excited to get them planted this week. So thanks everyone for hitting that like button. If you want to do it again, plant that finger on the like button right now. And we'll see you next time. Ahui ho, everybody.